New York is still choked by a thick cloud of Mars-like smog, with citizens being advised to stay indoors as dangerous particles coat the city. A thick orange cloud has obscured much of New York City, transforming the Manhattan skyline into an apocalyptic image. The fog streaming from wildfires in Canada has been described as looking like something from Mars by New Yorkers. Authorities have also recommended people to stay indoors and wear masks if they must go outside. Many have stated the haze is making it hard to breathe. The code red air quality alert has been extended for a third day as projections show hazy winds continuing to carry hazardous air south. New York Health Commissioner Ashwin Vasan has warned air quality conditions in NYC are getting worse, and so we're escalating our recommendations. We continue to strongly recommend New Yorkers stay indoors, keep windows closed, and perform outdoor activities only if absolutely necessary. This is especially true for people who are more vulnerable, people with respiratory or heart conditions, older New Yorkers, and very young New Yorkers. If you absolutely must be outside, wearing a high-quality mask may help, but the best protection is to avoid being outside until the air clears. For New Yorkers who may be experiencing breathing problems, call 911. We strongly advise organizations to cancel or postpone outdoor activities for this evening and tomorrow, or to relocate them indoors. We also recommend childcare and after-school programs, and non-public schools have activities on the inside. Governor Kathy Hochul declared that about 1 million N95 masks will be made accessible to citizens as air quality continues to deteriorate. Grand Central Terminal, Penn Station, Fulton Center, Jamaica Station, main concourse of the Port Authority Bus Terminal, Denny Farrell Riverbank State Park in Harlem, and Roberto Clement State Park in the Bronx will all have masks available. The thick and dangerous haze caused by wildfires in Quebec and Nova Scotia has blanketed the U.S. and Canada, affecting millions of people as air pollution has reached record levels. More than 400 blazes burning across Canada have left 20,000 people displaced. Code red alerts are part of the Air Quality Index, which ranks air quality on a 500-point scale using a color-coded system. The lower end of the scale, represented by green, signifies healthy air, while the higher ends, such as red, purple, and maroon, indicate hazardous and extremely unhealthy conditions. An AQI level of red is considered unhealthy for all individuals, while purple is deemed hazardous for everyone. Presently, New York City's air quality is categorized as purple, indicating hazardous conditions. The weather systems driving the Great Canadian American Smokeout, a low-pressure system over Maine and Nova Scotia, will probably be hanging around at least for the next few days, U.S. National Weather Service meteorologist Brian Ramsey said. This situation has disrupted daily life, with people avoiding outdoor activities, flights being delayed, and a resurgence in mask wearing and remote work. There are concerns about the health effects of prolonged exposure to such poor air quality. Across the eastern U.S., officials warned residents to stay inside and limit or avoid outdoor activities again Thursday, extending code red air quality alerts in some places for a third straight day as forecasts showed winds continuing to push smoke-filled air south. Federal officials paused some flights bound Wednesday for New York's LaGuardia Airport and slowed planes to Newark and Philadelphia because the smoke was limiting visibility. Major League Baseball's Yankees and Phillies had their games postponed. On Broadway, Hamilton and Camelot canceled Wednesday performances, and prima facie star Jodie Comer left a matinee after 10 minutes because of difficulty breathing. The show restarted with an understudy, show publicists said. Shakespeare in the Park at Central Park also canceled its Thursday and Friday performances of Hamlet, saying 'tis not nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of wretched air. In Washington, D.C., Mayor Muriel Bowser ordered schools to cancel outdoor recess, sports, and field trips Thursday. In suburban Philadelphia, officials set up an emergency shelter so people living outside can take refuge From the haze, New York Gov. Kathy Hochul said the state was making 1,095,000 masks, the kind prevalent at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, available at state facilities, including 400,000 in New York City. She also urged residents to stay put. You don't need to go out and take a walk. You don't need to push the baby in the stroller, Ms. Hochul said Wednesday night. This is not a safe time to do that. Officials said Wednesday New York City has yet to see an uptick in 911 calls related to respiratory issues and cardiac arrests. More than 400 blazes burning across Canada have left 20,000 people displaced. The U.S. has sent more than 600 firefighters and equipment to Canada. Other countries are also helping. The smoke was so thick in Canada's capital, Ottawa, that office towers just across the Ottawa River were barely visible. In Toronto, Yili Ma said her hiking group canceled a planned hike this week, and she was foregoing the restaurant patios that are a beloved summer tradition in a nation known for hard winters. I put my mask away for over a year, and now I'm putting on my mask since yesterday, Ms. Ma lamented. New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez took to Twitter to highlight the lack of preparedness for the climate crisis, pointing to the smoke and recent extreme temperatures in Puerto Rico. She said, "It bears repeating how unprepared we are for the climate crisis. We must adapt our food systems, energy grids, infrastructure, healthcare, etc. ASAP to prepare for what's to come and catch up to what is already here." Bernie Sanders echoed these concerns, emphasizing that 98 million individuals on the East Coast are currently under air quality alerts due to Canadian fires, and that New York City experienced the world's worst air quality.